And I had an awesome experience happen yesterday. One of my students showed up from Brazil here in California and surprised me. And so I was like, oh, we got to train. Let's do this. And so he came over today and we're going to throw some shuriken because I don't get to throw shuriken all the time. And do you get to throw shuriken much? Not much. Okay, so this is perfect for me to kind of go through how I would teach a beginner how to start to throw shuriken. So we'll play with this, and hopefully you guys will have fun and you'll learn some good tips on how to do different types of shuriken throws. I've had really been blessed with some good fortune to train with some different shuriken jitsu masters in Japan, and it's really cool. Danny Fletcher was one of the guys in the Bujinkan who's now passed, but he introduced me to Meifuki Kajinru, shuriken jitsu master, and it's been fun to go train with those guys as well as guys in the Bujinkan, and we have all been, doing similar things, but how they hold grips and call things is a little different, and it's good to cross train. And so let's go into the fun stuff. Let's start throwing shuriken. So we're going to be throwing shuriken today. These are bar stock shuriken. The ends of these are tapered really nicely. If you have targets that are too hard, you will bend the tips on, even though these are fire hardened tips. So what I like to do is, if I go over here to my other things, is once you have a bunch of these in the target, and then maybe you'll have a couple on through the stance of what we're going to do basics. So as I have this up in a throwing position, I like to target with my other hand and kind of give that aim, and then I pull just because of the length, even if you're really, really good at the brush stroke. So what the brush stroke is, once I have this hold, as I'm coming forward and having my wrist pulled back, you'll feel the target. And I'm not throwing really hard at first. I'm quickly. So you can start from this line first. And then so what I got to watch while he was demonstrating those different where we were throwing that big loop. Tai Jitsu is full body. You can try your right foot forward or your left foot, whichever feels more natural. And then try friend who's watching, then you can start to see how the rotation is actually starting to come to react in the way that I want them to slip out of my hand. So the reason I always show that first is then you can get that feeling. So let's see if you can get that feeling of sinking down into a nice deep squat. Perfect. He nailed it right there, right on the money. There you go again. So this is that feeling that you want to start to, once you start to land the shuriken mornings, we would throw for over an hour. And we'll just sit there, do that. You got all of them to sink in. The one jumped out a little bit, but my target is chewed up a little bit from throwing so much. So if you ever watch Major League Baseball pitchers, they'll come in and they'll throw a throw from the side. I want them to have that victory so that they get the stoke and they want to keep training and stay. Then you get ice right on the money, first throw. Very good. To throw shuriken, so he would come early, and then I started coming early, and I'm like, hey, let's just throw. Sometimes we'll draw. Go ahead. Little targets on the target. And times that we got to go train with the shuriken jitsu master, we had been told, and we went to go train with that grandmaster, and my students all, yeah, okay. And then he got all excited, and he's got his best from different eras and different styles, and we threw, and that just flows, and it naturally works, and it's so good to hear it like a nail gun. It does. If you watch at his last bit of his movement, he's sinking into his knees. And it becomes not just throwing with the arm, but it becomes throwing with that upper second one. That was good. Oh, and again, you're like William Tell, hit step back method. And so what I'm doing is I'm throwing have time and you'll come up with different things. I did the step back method on that one where I was just doing just a couple of fun little things for you guys to practice. And yeah, hope my first couple groin area level. One kind of look it in a little bit. There you go. Awesome. That was center of the target. Pull to it. Whenever we have parties with our dojo and share videos and things like that, I love seeing